Hello and welcome to all. It's a high-tension stage for the favourites, with the ascent of the Col de la Loze. Polka dot jersey contenders will also have high ambitions today, because they can score a maximum of 50 points.
Guys, it's a stage that's going to come down to pedal power, but you'll have to watch out on the downhill sections. They're tricky, so you can't afford a mistake. Have a good race. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. The Col de Cézanne is classified as first category, so the first 6 riders at the top will score points towards the mountain's classification. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The Courmayeur de Roselend ascent has begun for the front of the race. It's a long climb of over 20 kilometres, but with a ledge that's close to 3 kilometres when the riders reach the Roselend Lake. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The Courmayeur de Roselend is a first category climb. The first one to the top scores 10 extra points towards the mountain's classification. He'll then have to keep a clear head on the descent towards Beaufort because it's technically challenging. The gap isn't changing much. The day's intermediate sprint will be fought out at the foot of the Courmayeur de Roselend descent in Bourg-Saint-Maurice. But it's not sure that any sprinters will be able to score points. The bonk bag is coming up for the men in front. Here's the shortest King of the Mountains climb of this stage, the Côte de Longefoy. It's only 7 kilometres long, but the average gradient is over 7%. Definitely not child's play.
Watch out for the Côte de Longefoy descent, guys. There's several hairpin bends. It's a steep slope and you're going to reach some high speeds. Be careful.
The Col de la Loze ascent can be broken in 2. The first half, that is relatively easy, takes the riders to Méribel. It's on leaving the ski resort that things get more difficult, with much steeper gradients and especially a slope that is constantly changing, making it hard to adopt a steady tempo on the climb. The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. The man in front is entering Méribel, a little less than 3 kilometers, and he'll begin the most difficult part of this climb.
Allez plus vite.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Allez, on lâche rien. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars.
The stage leader is leaving Meribel. Another 7 kilometers for... him before reaching the summit. The Col de la Loze is only a recent addition to the history of the Tour because until 2019 it was just a mountain pathway before it was tarmacked in order to link Meribel to Courchevel. The unorthodox profile of the final 6 kilometers, with its sequence of ledges and steep walls that rise above 20%, can be explained by the fact that the road was not designed for cars. Only bikes are allowed on this hiking trail. There's no doubt that the Col de la Loze carries an all-category label. The first at the top, apart from setting himself up as a potential stage winner, will earn 20 points towards the best climber classification.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, continuez comme ça.
Only 10 kilometers left for the head of the race.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. polka dot jersey has enough lead to be sure to keep it today.
Only 5 kilometers before the finishing line.
Allez, courage les gars, allez, courage. Allez les gars.
The descent will soon be over. It will be a solo victory. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss. He's amongst, we can say.
It was a stage on which we could really have shone, and we don't even finish in the top 10? It's a pity. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to... We were aiming for a top 10 place on this stage, and we failed. It's a pity. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We can't take the top spot for the green jersey at the end of this stage, but it will be important to pick up maximum... We were aiming for a top 10 place on this stage, and we failed. It's a pity. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's...
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. With the Ballon d'Alsace, the Croix des Moines, Grosse-Pierre, Thain, Schlucht, Petit Ballon and Platzerwasel mountain passes, any riders starting the general classification will have plenty of opportunity to catch opponents unaware, or to push them to breaking point.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. The summit of the Ballon d'Alsace will allow 10 points to be picked up for the mountains classification. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish. The men at the front are now beginning the ascent of the Croix des Moines. It's the first in a series of 4 small mountain passes that come one after the other in less than 30 kilometers. And here we go for a little over 4 kilometers of climbing with the Col de Grosse-Pierre. 2 and 1 points will be scored at the top. The race leaders are into the feed zone. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
Now the Petit Ballon climb stands before the riders, close to 10 kilometers on an average slope of 8%. There will be 10 mountain points to be gleaned for the first to the top for the Petit Ballon.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. Less than 20 kilometers left for the group at the front. And here we are at the foot of the final mountain pass, the Platzerwasel. 7 kilometers of climbing and a slope that averages out at over 8%. Watch out, there's an attack.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack. You're ahead of the group with the favorites by 30 seconds.
There will obviously be points for the mountains classification, but it's more than likely that the battle for stage victory will be the main concern when going over the top.
The group with the favorites is 1 minute away.
Three kilometers from the summit, and one man is alone at the front of the stage.
You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the group with the favorites.
Allez, on y va. Hop, hop, hop. Comme jaune.
You're 2 kilometers from the summit. Go on, another push.
Comme jaune. Allez, on lâche rien. Allez, on attaque, allez, on bouge.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Watch out, there's an attack at the head of the peloton. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Behind, the yellow jersey is moving onto the offensive. Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line.
The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
He is all smiles as he climbs. He will climb. He's amongst the tops.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. I hoped that we'd play a leading role, but from that to win this stage, you have put in a superb performance. Well done for this win. It's the final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We've got what it takes to be in among... We were aiming for a top 10 place on this stage, and we failed. It's a pity.